All right, I got my pen and my paper. I am taking notes on this segment, learning so much this morning from registered dietitian, nutritionist Monique Richard. I'm so glad that you are tackling this topic.
Yeah, it's a big one.
It is, and so many people are experimenting, and you know, you used to just walk by the milk and you'd put it in the cart, and now there's like a line up there. Everybody's just doing this. We're just staring with all these blank looks like, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, and it is very overwhelming and very expensive.
Yeah.
When you look at milk alternatives, it can break the budget. But I do want to point out that one of my clients actually was like, where do you get unsweetened soy milk? Where do you get it? I can't find it other than the refrigerated section, which she says just rice and oat and hemp, and I can't find it. And I said, look in the aisles in the center with the Hydra Packs, okay? These are what called Hydra Packs. They're sterile, they're not refrigerated, they're in the center aisle with usually the milks and the teas and all the coffees and things like that. And literally look at the ingredients, and it should just be two things. So this is soy milk, so it's literally soybeans and water. And so again, you want to take down that sugar, and then this is going to be cheaper than some of the refrigerated options as well.
So when you open it, does it still go back in the counter?
It does go in the fridge to preserve it, and it will last pretty long. So
is it the 7 to 10 days? Everything is 7 to 10 days.
You know, I push it pretty hard because this is a plant milk. There's not a whole lot of bacterial opportunity. So I push it to the very edge, but yeah, that's a good
down, right?
That's
Are we taking notes?
General rule. And there's a foodsafety.gov that's a great tool for whenever you have a question about food safety.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And then we're going over here. I see some of these other ones that I was going to ask about.
Yeah, so we're going to talk more about what is equivalent to dairy. So I told you in the earlier segment to eat your milks.
Right.
And so what can you get that's similar to dairy but it's not dairy? So soy milk is a great option. It's going to have about 8 or 7 grams of protein per 8 ounces. Edamame is your soybean. So it looks like a pea pod, right?
Okay,
Snap peas, but it's made beans into the soy milk. Very, very healthy. There's a lot of confusion about phytoestrogens. That has been debunked with research. It actually is anti-cancerous, preventative of cancer. So soy milk in its whole form, right, literally just pressed soybeans, is going to be beneficial. And then obviously if you can eat the whole food, that's going to be even better. Again, look for vitamin D fortified. It usually has B12, and it's usually a good source of calcium if it's fortified as well.
Okay, and then what's the difference then between the soy and the pea?
So pea protein is a close second to soy, if not very equal on many parts. 6 to 9 grams of protein. Again, it's your peas up front here. It's literally made of peas, and people are probably at home going, ew. It doesn't necessarily taste like peas, but it is a little bit of a different taste. But peas are very, very good in protein. So you're going to get some fiber. Again, it's fortified with calcium, D, and B12, so a very, very good option, especially for those that have a soy allergy, or are afraid of, you know, some of the things that are related to soy, even though the confusion.
And if you don't like, you said you can mix, add a little.
Absolutely. Make it chocolate milk. It's not going to be the end of the world if you add a little cocoa powder, add a little chocolate syrup, or infuse it in another way. That's totally fine. It's just the amount of sugar that we're having and how often.
All right, and remember the milk.
Milk,
the real milk.
Dairy milk
is milk.
Is going to be very good in calcium, vitamin D, very high in nutrients. Again, it's going to fit a lot of the needs. And then there is a lactose-free. If you can't tolerate lactose, they just put lactase, the enzyme, so that you can break it down. So that is an option as well.
All of this, right? Great information. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We could spend another 30 minutes on this for sure, but eatrightrx.com is a website that also has information so you can learn more about these milk alternatives as well.